Hello everyone, my name is Alex. This is an episode of a course, How to Learn Java Within 50 Days. Link to the full playlist is in the description below. Now, in this episode specifically, we're going to talk about how to make your own kind of, I would say, a text adventurer, where you're going to type different, the game is going to ask you for something. So this kind of a game, and the game is going to ask you for something like, you're standing on a balcony, what do you do? And you type your answer. I would probably type jump off, and then if that's the correct answer, you're going to get to the next stage of the game, which is like, you jumped off the balcony, you hit the road and you died, what do you do? I respawn. Alright, you respawn, congratulations, you're alive. So Skype, I'm pretty sure like all of you just checked your Skype there, which is pretty cool, I guess. But anyway, how we're gonna make this is the game itself is gonna have like a game loop, not a game loop exactly, but it's gonna be a loop going around and around and around. It's gonna give you different options, and we're gonna make it fun. We're definitely gonna make it fun here. So when making a game in your DOS or your CMD here, probably want to start with saying something, telling them welcome. So welcome to our amazing game, which is fun to play. Like that. That is probably a very good welcome message. So now, stop Skype. So now, that's what it's gonna say, of course. Also, do you notice that I got a new microphone? You probably do. Also, I got a new computer, so there's a lot of things going on, and this is also one of the reasons I haven't been able to make videos, because I've been setting everything up and I've been preparing and all that stuff. But we got welcome to our amazing game, which is fun to play, and I know that you guys know this already because you've been following along my series so far, I suppose. And then print line, maybe like copyright Ulixava Studios. Can't forget the 2013, and Happy New Year. Forgot to say that on the New Year's Eve. Well, not New Year's Eve. Technically New Year's Eve, but never mind. Ulixava Studios. Copy this game and be sad. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. Okay. Did something. Oh yeah, of course. Smart. All right. Clever. But then what's going to happen is that the game is going to start. We also want to leave a blank line here between this message and the game itself. The way we do this is that we type \n. And also, the reason that we're trying to create a game here is to make you grasp the basics of creating a game. Also, kind of understanding some new features, and also this kind of gonna be, I guess, a kind of everything of what we've learned so far, all the different things that I've taught you, and we're gonna try to make a video about everything and try to put everything together. And also I'm gonna show you some new things. I don't think I've showed this one before, for example. So the \n, which stands for a new line, and that's gonna take it down one line, so it's gonna leave one blank line, just one line, just doing nothing. Right now our game looks like this. So we got a blank line here, and the next thing we type in is gonna be, hold on, it's gonna be down here. So now we want to say something like, you're standing on top of a balcony. What the hell do you do? And we're gonna store all of these things in arrays. Now, if I would have created this game, I would have used multi-dimensional arrays. Now I haven't even taught you about multi-dimensional multi-dimensional arrays, which I will in the next episode, hopefully. But we're just gonna go for regular arrays, one answer array and one question array, and we're gonna create them here. And those are gonna be string arrays. So arrays of strings. You can create anything into an array. Chars, nums, blah blah blah. But basically this is gonna be a string array. You can even create like objects into arrays, because string is an object basically. It's a different class, as you can see. It hasn't got this funky red light thing on it. So string, we're gonna name it something. This is gonna be questions equals, then we're gonna use the curly brackets, which is the easy way to create arrays. We want this to be simple, just add new alternatives and stuff. We're also gonna have string answers. This is gonna be equal to the same thing here. So let's create three questions for each one of those, and 3 questions and 3 answers. So why not use this? You're standing on top. You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. What do you do? It's always gonna add what do you do in the end, so we don't need to type it. Also, when you type the correct answer, which is gonna be hold on, I jump off. Jump off. Jump off, and then that's gonna be the correct answer. And then you die a horrible death by when you hit the ground, like that. What do you do? Hit the respawn button. Also, we should remove the dots for the answers just to make it easy to type. Also, you're not going to need to type it with the capital letter in the beginning, so it's going to be really nice to play. You die a horrible death when you hit the ground. What do you do? Hit the respawn button. You respawn. You respawn. In front of you, there's a pig. This can be referred to Minecraft now. Well, this is gonna be Minecraft pretty much. Minecraft text-based. In front of you, there's a pig. His name is Joe. What do you do? Look at him and run. Look at him and kill him. That's a good start for a game here. And the game itself is going to be every time you lose, you're going to get back to the start. So we're going to have a game loop. So we're going to set it, or not a game loop really, but I'm going to call it game loop here. But we're going to have a loop here. I just call it loop. We're going to have a loop here, which is going to say while true. And this is going to mean while the variable, we're creating a new boolean, which has got the state of true, while true is equal to true. This basically means we could also set an exclamation mark in front of it, which means while true is equal to false. But while true is equal to true, we could also type this out like this, while true equals true. which is a really dumb statement, but we want this loop to go forever unless we type in break in here, because then it's going to break out of it. And we're going to do that when we want to end the game. If we want to end the game, we can of course end using our console. For those of you who want to end the game, you should you should you should write it down, and what you do is you type system.exit 0. Don't check your Skype, it's just dumb. But system.exit 0, and it's just gonna end straight away like this. System.exit 0. Write it down if you want to make some sort of funky end game method thing. But while this is true, while this is going on, we want the game to ask you questions, and then we're gonna use a scanner, so you might as well import that straight away, so we can give the game instructions for what to do. Import Java to util.scanner, that is. So now, while this is going on, we're gonna do a loop, which is gonna tell it, which is gonna print out the current question here. We could even do some sort of thing here. Let's create a boolean. No, we're gonna create an integer. You're gonna call it question. Question. We're gonna set it to 0 here, and every time this goes through, every time you have a right answer, this is gonna go up 1, and every time you have the wrong answer, it's gonna go down to 0 again. So we'll reset the game. And this is gonna now go here. We're gonna create a system out of print line, and this is gonna be questions question. So the number of question, the value of question, it's gonna pick the value of question from questions. That's gonna be here at 0. It's gonna be this one. If the question is equal to 1, it's gonna be this one instead. The second one anyway, or the first one. You're gonna refer the first one to 0. So question here, and just check this is working. This is working. You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. Yeah. So it's basically never ending. This loop is a never-ending loop. This is just gonna go on forever, and we can't kill it. Well, we can't kill it now. We can type in break here, and we'll only go once. We can also run the program by hitting F11. Of course, Windows Security Alert. Allow success access. You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. It's very nice here, and of course we don't want to break it yet. But now we want to scan the user for an answer. So we're gonna do string, and we're gonna call it answer, and it's gonna be equal to new scanner that we create straight away out of nothing, and then dot next line, which is checking the user for a string. And of course we're gonna have to do system.in for system input, so the scanner knows, the computer knows that we're using system input here. And yeah, so whenever we run this now, it wants you to type something here, and we can even make this a bit more fancy by typing in system out of print here and typing something like answer, because then this is just going to be added onto this line here, so we got the answer typing right here. Looks a little better when you're creating these programs here. And now the next thing is that we want the answer to be checked. Well, basically, if the answer is correct, so right now everything we can do is just hit enter, and it's just gonna go do it over again and over again and over again. didn't mean to type that. So we want to check if the answer is equal to the answer's question ID here, the jump off. And we're also going to have to do some to lowercase, so that all the letters in these strings that we're checking with is lowercase. So you can type, for example, capital J, capital M, capital F here, and it will still be the same, because if we're not doing that, we need to type in with a capital J in the beginning and the small letters, smallized, lowercase. So we're going to do an if answer dot equals, to check if it's equal to another string, answers question. Now, of course, we're not checking this for. Hold on, have we done if statements yet? I'm not sure. But anyway, what this is doing is that it is checking if the answer is the same as answers, which is this array, question, which is set to 0, which is going to be the jump off. Also on the answer here, we got to type in a dot and 2 lowercase, which is going to set the answer that you just typed in to lowercase letters. This is also a string, so it's going to turn into a different string, which has all the letters lowercased. And if we want to make this even easier for us, though we don't have to do this on the answer, it's really simple though, but we can just type to switch the first letters here, so it doesn't, so we don't really have to worry too much about this this extra check here. But if this happens, if this happens, we want whatever's in here to be printed out, or to be happening. So we're going to do question plus plus. And also, if question is equal to questions dot length, what's going to happen now is that the program is going to end, because we're running out of the array and we don't want to have any index out of bounds exceptions. So we want to type in break here. Now, when you're creating an if statement, what we can do to make it easier for us is that we can type in just break, and we don't need the curly brackets. And then now I can't do anything more here. I cannot type like questions plus plus. This is going to be outside the if statement, because this one is going to end it. But that's basically that. So yeah. Now, if that's not true, it's just going to continue on down here, and then we just want to add an extra line here to make it look nice. Print line, want nothing to happen, and just end it like that. So now when we run this here, we're gonna get it like this. So maybe I can type in like this. We also want to have like a wrong answer thing. Maybe we should actually go ahead and add that right now. So if this is wrong, we're gonna do an else, which means if it's not whatever we typed in here, if this is false, if this is not right, it's gonna go into the else instead. And what's gonna happen then is that we're gonna have like a little error message, or sorry message. So why the hell? Why would you do that? Ever want to do that? Question mark. And then we'll just repeat. Yep. Why would you ever want to do that? And if it's right here, we should add something saying like, of course, you would do that. That's obvious. That's so obvious. That's so obvious. Yeah. So let's run it now. See how it goes. I would shout. Why would you ever want to do that? I would smile. I would... shouldn't type that. I would... Alright. Jump off. Of course you would do that. That's so obvious. You die a horrible death when you hit the ground. Oh, of course. What you do. Gonna have to add that. What you do. And so it's easy to change. We're actually gonna type it into a string here. String add. I'm just gonna type in add. What do you do? Question mark. So we have that into string, so we can just edit the string whenever we want to. We're gonna do plus blank space add. Alright. What do you do? Jump off. You die a horrible death when you hit the ground. What do you do? Hit the respawn button. Hit the respawn button, yes. Hit the respawn button. Of course you would do that. That's so obvious. You respawn. In front of you, there's a pig. His name is Joe. What do you do? Kill him. Although, if I would type something wrong now, if I would say like, shout at him. Why would you ever want to do that? Oh, it doesn't reset. But every time we say a wrong answer, we do something wrong. We want to be very annoying, and we just want to reset it. We want it to reset itself. We want to be mean to the people playing it. So question equals 0. So you're just going back to the start. This should be pretty simple to understand. Now the answer for this was jump off. You die a horrible death when you hit the ground. What you do? Hit the respawn button. Of course you would do that. That's so obvious. You respawn in front of you. There's a pig. His name is Joe. What you do? Hit the ground. Why would you ever want to do that? You're standing on a balcony with a view over New York. What do you do? Jump off. Hit the respawn button. And then kill him. There we go. So the program just closed itself, because every time you complete the game, the program will end. Although we could add some extra information to this. So if we just make this a bit bigger here, we can type some more things. Let's have the break at the end there, and up here let's type in system out of print line. Blank line, or we could just use the new line like that, and then type in congratulations, you win the game. Thanks for playing. And watching. I'm Alex. At least I was. Like, subscribe, comment, and all of these stuff you usually do. I think that's a porn for a second. Smile. Alright, so you can just create your long, awesome ending there. So we jump off the balcony, we hit the respawn button, we jump off, we hit the respawn buttons. No, we jump off and we hit the respawn buttons. What? We jump off and we hit the respawn button. Thanks. Finally. Alright. And then what we do is that we kill him. Congratulations, you win the game. Thanks for playing and watching. I'm Alex, at least I was. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff you usually do. Smile, smile, my fingers hurt. So I'll see you again next time. Hope you enjoy this episode. And do everything this says if you want to. I don't have to, of course. And again, I'll see you next time.